Developmental Disabilities Legislative Forum. Tanika will be here from PAVE. They have this every year, and it is a wonderful opportunity for you to sit down with your legislators and anybody in your district and talk about some burning questions that you have. The Asian Pacific Cultural Center will be here talking about, ready, their 25th anniversary. That's going to be held at the Greater Tacoma Convention Center. You don't want to miss that. And speaking of Tacoma, Senator Nobles is here with the Tacoma Urban League talking about their empowerment awards that are coming up and how you can be a part of them. The Humane Society is here with our Pet of the Week. And with me now is one of my favorite people. I'm talking about Donna Ponapito. She is the president and CEO of the United Way of Pierce County, and she is here to talk about, that's right, the Poverty Summit. Hello, Donna. How are you?
I'm doing great, Amanda. How are you doing?
I am great as well. The last time I saw you, we were raising money for the annual campaign that got kicked off. It was a huge success, and now you're on to the Poverty Summit. There's no rest for all of you at the United Way. I'm convinced of it.
You're absolutely correct. There is no rest, and we're excited about our 5th annual summit. I can't believe that this is the 5th one that we're putting on.
I know. I remember the first one. So tell us what you know to be true about this 5th Poverty Summit.
Well, I think, as you know, it's our signature event, and this year we're going to focus on racial equity and how we can prosper together. And what we hope is that people who attend the event will continue to broaden their knowledge and ownership about all the barriers that are out there, all those systemic barriers that are out there that face people that are trying to move out of poverty. And how do we come together to build bridges, and to move forward and dismantle those systems and those structures that are holding us back? How do we create opportunities to have better and stronger partnerships? I mean, for me, the ultimate question is, what can we do together that we can't do alone? And I think that, with everything that has happened with the impact of COVID, we know that we can do so many things together. So how do we look at these systems of inequity and realize that we are truly better together?
Donna, my heart did a little jump in my throat, because one of the things that United Way is known for is removing barriers, and even identifying those barriers and removing them and providing a beautiful solution. And when you talk about dismantling racial inequity, that is the one thing for me the pandemic has uncovered so much. And you are always educating us. So my question is, who is the keynote? Because your keynotes always hit it out of the park. And so I can imagine you've got someone pretty phenomenal.
Oh, we do. It's going to be fantastic. Our keynote this year is Heather McGhee. And she's a renowned expert on the American economy. She is a great thinker. She has expertise in her backgrounds in economics and social policy. And if you get a chance, take a look at her TED Talk. It's just amazing. She's the best-selling author of The Sum of Us, which is focused on revealing the true cost of racism, not just for people of color, but for everyone, and really challenging this idea that for some of us, that it challenges the idea that progress for some of us must come at the expense of others. And so often, it's, well, if I give you something, then that's taking away something for me. And what her book really, I think, outlines very eloquently and thought-provoking is that, we can all be successful together. That it shouldn't, there should not be this notion of a zero-sum game, that I'm going to lose something if your life is better. So I'm excited.
Yeah,
about.
Oh, absolutely. I have that book in my library, and it's a great book. I want to ask the question: as you think about this summit, and I can just see you laying in bed with your pearls on, thinking about this. What do you hope that attendees take away from this year's summit? Because it's hard to narrow down one thing, because the United Way is like a huge wraparound hug. So how do you land on one thing, Donna?
That is a good question, because every single year we think about what do we want people to walk away with. It's, as I mentioned earlier, part of it is continuing to broaden the knowledge, and taking some ownership to some of these systemic barriers, a deeper understanding, hopefully, that people walk away with some ahas. Deeper understanding at how, that we are, again, better together, that we can move forward together to address some of these systems. And, that progress is not a zero-sum game, that we can all move forward equitably and not at the expense of others. And, and tied into all of this, and, when we think back to, all of the summits that we have done, the thread that has run through all of them is this issue of how do we tackle, the issues of racism and justice and equity. And so, we want to continue that conversation. This was all meant to be creating a space where people could have a conversation, a community-wide conversation. And what can we learn from that? And what can we do together? What can people do individually? There's a lot of things that individually we can do. And then what can we do as institutions? What can we do around policy? There's a whole host of things that, we hope that people walk away with. This is what I can do personally. And those that are in leadership roles, this is maybe what we can be thinking about with regards to the work in our organizations or at the state level.
Yes, absolutely. A dose of introspection, at least.
Yes.
From this. There is a competition. I remember the first year of the Pitch to Ditch Poverty. It was around Halloween, and you showed up as a farmer. You were fabulous. So is that still going on, and is it too late to enter?
It's still happening this year. It is too late to enter. We already, our judges have already reviewed and listened to presentations. So we do have 3 finalists that will present their projects at the November 9th event. This is the 3rd year that we've done it. And this year, what we really want to do is renew our focus on big ideas that, with a focus on social justice. And how do we help to mitigate the racial and social inequities that are evident today? And, the Pitch to Ditch really originated from, wanting to have the community have a say in some of the solutions. And the 3, the judges just finished. They are creating their videos, and we will show those videos at the Poverty to Possibility Summit, and the audience will get a chance to vote on those. But it's really important that these challenges have the knowledge and lived experience of those people, in our communities that, have the best idea of what are the solutions that work for them.
Absolutely. So if someone wants to attend From Poverty to Possibilities, how do they register, Donna?
So they register, they can go on our website, www.uwpc.org. We will have it all over social media as well. So far, we have over 350 people have registered.
Wow.
Yes.
Nothing says success like 350 attendees.
Right, exactly.
So, Donna, you are the epitome with your team of the many hands makes for light work. I mean, the events that you put on are short of spectacular. And I know there's a lot of planning, and there's also a good amount of sponsorship, relationships that you have built. Who would you like to thank in these last few minutes?
I would like to, first of all, we have great partnerships. So Greater Tacoma Community Foundation, fantastic partnership. They're a hometown hero. WSECU and State Farm are hometown heroes. You know, Virginia Mason Franciscan Health is a champion at the champion level. Tacoma Public Utilities, and then some of our game changers, Harborstone Credit Union, Workforce Central, and then we have our advocates, Tacoma Community College, OB Credit Union, and Tacoma Pierce County Chamber. Couldn't put on this kind of an event without these great sponsors and just great all-around partners and community champions.
Well, it's true. I mean, after watching the kickoff for the centennial year, what I was struck with the most, Donna, is the beautiful relationships that have developed and stayed intact over the years. I mean, the stories that we heard of people who were touched by the United Way when they were little, and now as an adult have dedicated their precious time to volunteering. They were endless stories, and all of that points back to how amazing you and your team are. So I want to say congratulations. I want to say break a leg, not really, but good luck on the Poverty Summit. And to those 3 finalists, we want to say shoot for the moon, because everybody is going to benefit from your proposals. And I can't wait to see you back here real soon, Miss Donna.
Great. So good to see you. So good to see you. And yes, everyone, go to the website and sign up to attend the From Poverty Possibilities. It's going to really be a really great event.